Council, for lack of a better phrase, telling the Board of Supervisors and asking them for their vote, which we'll vote on next week, that we stand in solidarity with the hundreds of thousands and the millions of Iranians who have expressed their complete right to democratic freedom. Because we know that we have not seen this level of passion or courage or creativity in Iran in a generation. And it is vital, it is absolutely vital, that here in the United States and in other nations outside of Iran, that for Iranians and Iranian Americans and our friends, we do not let the people of Iran who are risking their lives and their family's safety to feel alone. We feel that there's a complete obligation of us here to make sure that the people there know that they are not there in vain. And it is incumbent upon us, it is absolutely our responsibility to tell our friends and to tell people who don't quite understand what is happening in Iran right now that we should not be surprised by the election turnout, that we should not be surprised because Iran is not a democracy, it is a theocracy, and we know that as the Guardian Council had decided the 4 candidates who get to run, that it was very clear, probably pre-running, who was going to be the victor. None of this surprises us, but we should also validate and we should also support all those millions of people who with great determination want to express their democratic rights, the same kind of rights we take probably for granted here in the United States or in the Western world. And they do so knowing very well that they may risk reprisal or persecution. This is why it is responsible for us that we stand in solidarity with them. This is why I want our government in San Francisco to recognize the substantial population of Iranian Americans in the San Francisco Bay Area, the several hundred thousand that are in the state of California, and double that in the United States, that we will not let this happen in Iran unanswered. And that, I do not care who your candidate is. This isn't about a particular candidate who won or who did not. This is about the process. And this is about a process that should be respected no matter who your choice is. That is what the beauty of our democracy here is in the United States. But as we know, even the best of democracies have had their worst moments, such as the stolen election that put George W. Bush in office in the year 2000. But what did Americans do? Americans did not take to the streets in the way that Iranians are taking to the streets right now, because I believe that if Americans and us here in the United States did take to the streets, George W. Bush wouldn't have been elected. But we responded even more creatively. We responded 8 years later, rather. And that was built on the grassroots ingenuity from town to town, from community to community, in retrenching our organizing skills here in the United States, in taking back what the Republicans thought was going to be their dynasty for the next 50 years. I firmly believe there is similarities, even despite the fact that there are great hurdles for the people of Iran, that they can organize from a grassroots level as long as they feel the love and the support and the determination to respond in a peaceful, nonviolent way so that democratic change also takes hold. This is a chipping away process. This is a process that's not going to be welcomed by the president of Iran or by the supreme ruler. That is why they cannot feel alone. That is why we are here today in solidarity.